even though I'm contouring, it looks like a shade and almost looks like it's my face and not something I have done to create it. Next, I'm going to spray my face with Fix Plus, and this helps all the powder to settle on my face. After which I'm going to move on to my highlights, which is everyone's favorite. This brings a little bit of that glow to the face. It gives you a little bit of that dimension. And for that, I'm using my Bum Cosmetics Merrily Luminizer. And as usual, you're always gonna do your highlights on the higher points of your face, which is the bridge of your nose, the tip of your nose, the cupid's bow, a little bit on the chin, and also on the higher points of your cheeks. Next, I'm using a brow mascara by Inglot. This is to remove any excess powder that has been sitting on my brows before I start moving on to my eyes. Now to prep my eyes, I'm using my Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC Cosmetics, and I'm going to dab that all over my eyelid before I move on to my eyeshadows. Next, moving on to my brow bone and my corners of my eyes, I'm using Baby Cakes by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Next, moving on to my crease, which is going to be my transition color. I'm going to be using the color called Burnt Orange by Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. And I'm using a big fluffy brush to kind of go over my crease. This is going to be acting as my transition color for the next eyeshadow. My next eyeshadow is called Sina by Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. This is a beautiful brown orange color. Next, for my outer corners, I'm going to use this color called Intense Gaze by Anastasia Beverly Hills as well. And I'm strictly focusing on the outer part of my eyes. And next, I'm going to bring the same color on the lower section of my eyes as well. So it's going to be acting as my outer V, as well as it will come on the bottom half of my eyes. Next, I'm using the color called Orange Soda, and I'm going to dab that all over my lids. Now today's makeup really relies on the sort of eyeliner that I've applied. Now I'm using a very thin brush. This is actually an artist brush that I got from Michaels. I believe it's in size 0. It's just any acrylic brush in number 0. I find like these brushes are so much fun to apply eyeliners with. Now I'm using my Inglot 77 gel eyeliner, and first I'm actually creating that wing before I move on to the lower section of my eyes. And once my wing is done, I'm now going to fill up that wing. And now slowly I'm going to bring that eyeliner on the bottom part of my eyes, but make sure to put eyeliner only half of your eyes. So it's gonna be till where you can basically see that I'm just bringing it till the half of my eyes, and that's it. I'm gonna stop it right there. And I'm also going to fill the inner part of that half of my eyes. Now that my eyeliners are nearly complete, I'm going to take a angular brush and put some black eyeshadow over there, and I'm going to kind of fade away the edges on the lower part of my eyes, because remember how we bought the eyeshadow, like the eyeliner halfway, but now we can't just leave it there, so we have to kind of fade it so it looks more like as if it's fading away. Now for my lashes, I'm using my new favorite, which is a L'Oreal mascara that comes with the lash primer as well, and I think it's quite nice. I have never tried it before. It was my first time and I actually loved it. Moving on to my blush, let's not forget that. It's called Party by Tarte. And I've been using this blush quite a lot. This and the Mandarin by MAC Cosmetics. These two are my recent favorites. For my lashes, I'm wearing my velour lashes. Now moving on to my lip liner, I'm going to be using this color called Magenta by MAC Cosmetics. This is a beautiful purpley shade. Next I'm using the shade called Heroine. And after that I'm going to kind of go over with my magenta lip liner and also kind of even out the lining. And that's it, guys. That's the final look of the makeup look today. I hope you guys really enjoyed this tutorial. Also, if you guys have any question, feel free to comment below and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, definitely share with your friends and families. Oh, and by the way, this was just a sneak peek to what it will look like in the daylight under natural sunlight. So this is actually under a natural sunlight. Alright guys, so that's all for today. Hope to see you next time on my next video.